सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us around the world at this moment in at least 483 places on NTV, in 5 places in two-way connection, in 158 cities in 20 countries. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Cities having two-way connection: Nayana, Ohio, Los Angeles, Phoenix, San Jose, and Seattle. Let's enter into today's subject. Enter the real heaven. 158th Sutra of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra and 3rd chapter, 52nd verse. Sthani upa nimantrane sanga smaya akaranam punar anishta prasangat. Swami Vivekananda translates this sutra as: the yogi should not feel allured or flattered by the overtures of celestial beings for fear of evil again. Swami Prabhavananda translates this sutra as: when tempted by the invisible beings in high places, let the yogi feel neither allured nor flattered, for he is in danger of being caught once more by ignorance. Swami Satchidananda translates as: the yogi should neither accept nor smile with pride at the admiration of even the celestial beings, as there is the possibility of his getting caught again in the undesirable. Bhagavan Osho translates as: there should be an avoidance of any attachment or pride to invitation from the superphysical entities in charge of various planes, because this would bring the possibility of the revival of evil. It's a very important truth, but needed to be learned only when you are really matured in the spiritual practice. In the initial level, these words are not going to make any big difference in your life, because it says, even when the celestial beings come and praise you or try to give you the extraordinary pleasures, don't be tempted. Anyhow, don't worry, now you don't have this problem. It's like talking to a man who is begging for food every day, telling, hey, if some rich man comes and gives you $1 billion, reviews, avoid it. Don't take it. If you take $1 billion, you may need to work whole day to maintain it, and it's a big problem. You will have a lot of problems, because you may need to sign in checks every day. Hundreds of times, your hand will pain. This advice has no use for the fellow who is standing with a begging bowl for his food, going around and begging. But ultimately it will be useful when you really reach that point. So understand this. This advice will really be useful when you reach that level. Actually, you are going to reach that level. That is what Patanjali means. By saying, even when the celestial beings invite you, praise you, don't be seduced, he is saying, then even with those beings, if you are not supposed to be seduced, what about the ordinary praises, ordinary invitations? He says, avoid even that. Means, it goes without saying, avoid all this, ordinary, mundane. One of the subtle intoxication is intoxication which you experience when people praise you. That is the most difficult intoxication. Vivekananda says very beautifully, it is very easy to have name and fame, but very difficult to digest it. Very difficult to digest it. This advice is when you start experiencing different planes. When you start experiencing different planes, understand, celestial beings do appear and invite you, praise you. But the problem is, the moment you start connecting with them, slowly, you get into the same mental setup of those celestial beings and finally land back to the ordinary plane. Please understand, as long as you see something other than you as experience, it is not ultimate. Only when the experience, an experiencer disappears into experiencing, it is ultimate. Till then, anything you go through is only a path. You have not yet achieved the ultimate. Moving in different planes does not mean you reach the ultimate. Becoming the base of the planes, all planes, is the ultimate. In the Hindu tradition, there is a beautiful description of Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Tapa, Satya, different planes. You don't even need to go to some other world to see that planes. Just in your life, if you change your life based on spirituality, suddenly spiritual world will open in front of you. If you take up the job of a police, suddenly police world will open in front of you. If you take up the job of a lawyer, suddenly the legal world will open in front of you. What kind of personality you create, that kind of world will open in front of you. These are the different worlds, understand. That's the reason sometimes I am not able to relate with the so many worlds, because I reside in a space beyond planes. You will see sometime I'll be expressing amazing memory. Means some sutra, stotra which I read at the age of 10 or which I have not even read, I'll be expressing, reciting. Sometime you will see that I'll make such a unimaginable, I'll miss in an unimaginable way. You would have seen me, lived around me for years. You might have come after 3 months, I'll ask your name. Patanjali talks about this not only to warn you about it, to remind you it is possible. Many times you will see extraordinary experiences and darshans. Some gods appearing, goddesses appearing. Whenever you have these extraordinary experiences, always ask only for enlightenment. Don't ask for anything else. Don't miss. The moment you ask for anything else, they will give you that, but you will miss enlightenment, the ultimate. Indra is waiting. He just takes care, people are always lower than him. Only if you are intoxicated by desires, you will be lower than Indra. If you are beyond desires, you will be above, beyond Indra. Even Indra cannot do anything to you. And when you are seduced by the praise they give, that's all. Next moment, they will start ruling your life. A real yogi should not be deluded, fall into illusion by the praise or the blame. Neither by normal human beings nor by the celestial beings. Being praised is one of the subtlest intoxication. You can avoid any intoxication, not being praised. That is one of the dangerous, difficult intoxication. Do not take any major decisions when you are being intoxicated by being praised. Please understand. Don't take any business decision when you are being praised, because your subordinates will praise you and raise their salary also. They will praise you but raise their salary. When you wanted to say no, you are not able to say no, don't take any decisions, I tell you. See, wanted to say no, unable to say no means you are in a place where you are intoxicated by praising, being praised. This sutra not only for yogis, this is a powerful technique for negotiation in business management. Do not sign any contract. Do not finalize any negotiation. Do not freeze any bargain when you are intoxicated by being praised. If you are intoxicated by alcohol, how any decision you make will not be proper. Same way, when you are intoxicated by being praised, any decision you make is dangerous. Really, really, really dangerous. Please understand. When somebody comes to you and praises you left and right and abuses somebody else, your enemy, be very clear. This fellow is going to do the same thing. He will go to your enemy and praise him and abuse you. Do not be intoxicated by being praised. Do not be intoxicated by illusion. Do not make any major decision when you are intoxicated by being praised by others. The real heaven is not in others' control. But if you are intoxicated by being praised by others, be very clear, that's not real heaven. If it is built by somebody else, it cannot be heaven. Understand that. It cannot be heaven. If you are being praised by somebody else, it cannot be heaven. Any joy gets added to you from others' words or somebody's company is not ultimate. It is subtle but an ordinary pleasure which makes you dependent and brings slavery into your life. Anything makes you dependent naturally leads to evil, ignorance and depression. That is why Patanjali warns you, even if you are praised by celestial beings, don't be pride, don't be seduced. So many sacred secrets you need to learn from this sutra. First, during samyamas, extraordinary meditation process, there will be darshan and vision of celestial beings praising you, inviting you, trying to seduce you. Don't allow that. Don't be seduced. Don't be diverted. Even in the ordinary life, there may be praising from the higher level personalities than you. Don't be seduced by it. Don't be disturbed by it. Don't be diverted by them from your goal. Any praise is subtle but a powerful intoxication which will only enslave you and lead to more and more depression and suffering. These three, I am not giving you as a morality, I am giving you as a technique. Technique to live a complete life. Whether you are in a business management, negotiation in the life, or negotiating relationship deals, or negotiating any other deals related to power, position, money, anything, don't be seduced. Don't take any decision when you are intoxicated by being praised. Whenever people come and try to praise me, the first thing you will see in my face is uncomfortable feeling. Second, all right, take care, next. That is when people praise me and ask me something, first answer will be, I'll tell you later on. I never make decision when people praise. Of course, I never get intoxicated, that is different. I never allow any decision, any commitment when people praise. Keep this as a torch to live your life in the outer world or in the inner world. Even while your boss praises you, don't be seduced. He is praising you to keep you under his control so that tomorrow he can blame you. With this, he can play with you and he can do what he wants to do. Live out of pure inspiration. Being praised is as actually a last dust need to be removed from the gold. Making a gold 22 karat pure is very easy. But making it from 22 to 24 is the most difficult. The last impurity is being removed is very difficult. This being praised, getting seduced for being praised is the last impurity, which is very difficult, very subtle, but very powerful. Understand and live these great truths in your life. I bless you all who are sitting with us around the world at this moment in 651 places through NTV, in 5 places through two-way connection, in 173 cities in 21 countries. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate and share the eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.